Crimson is known, this is what they look like. They look like a little fruit, a small thing, but they really ooze a lot of that red fluid. And they use that to dye the garments for the priests. Okay? We're going to see that as well. We're going to read some more from it. Okay? Go ahead.
The crimson worm is common to the region of Old Israel. In ancient days, the dead bodies of the female crimson worms were scraped from the tree, dried, and then ground into a powder that was used to dye their cloth and garments a scarlet or red color.
You see, so they were used to always dye the garment. And sometimes they will make the wool too, and they will sew things with it to make it all red, or they make it the scarlet color. Go ahead, man.
They are round, about the size of a pea, because they do not look like a worm. Some people thought they were part of a plant. The crushed worm was also used to make medicine that helps the heart beat smoothly.
Again, they use the crushed part of it to what? The powder, what they use it for? They use it.
Dye the garment.
And they use it for medicine, so the heartbeat can be smooth. So when does our heartbeat become smooth? When we are one with Jesus Christ. When we get to have Jesus Christ. Go ahead.
The white wax body was used to make shellac, a preservative of wood.
Exactly. So there is a lot of things from this little thing we can make. And what did Jesus say? If a bare seed doesn't fall in the ground and come out, it won't give a big tree with fruits in it. So that's what happened. How about it? Yo Israel. Anna ina shimena yo Israel. Yo Israel shim. Kamada yo Israel ma plekhewa lu qadawa shu. So kamada la yo mazmura. And this is all red. You can't see it good. It's a red wool. They just make the wool all red because they put the crimson on it. Okay. All right. And this is the tabernacle, and it's usually covered with all these colors that we talked about, because they used the wool and they colored it with crimson, and they put it on top of the tabernacle. So far so good. I am, the great I am. That is who I am is. Okay, I am. John 10:11. Young lady.
I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd lays down his life for the sheep.
You read the next one.
I am the good shepherd. I know my sheep, and my sheep know me.
There you go. So there is two things. I am a good shepherd, and I am the good shepherd. So they're both one. The good shepherd put down his life for his sheep. What does that mean? It means I put my life for my sheep. They don't force me, because he says the one that is hired to take care of the sheep, when he see the wolf, what they do? They run. So I am not here to get paid to do this. No, I am here willingly. This is called love. Unconditional love. You can't be a Christian and you have a condition in order to love someone. If you still have a condition, you have no love. You have not accepted Jesus Christ. لما ستمرد أنا كرسيانا إن أنا تمرنه قمادي جريك بينه جريك هابيلي خكنديشن يعني خشار ليه هو يعلو شار يو كرسيانو تليتن شار. There is no condition. You have to love willingly with no conditions, right? And then what happened? I know my sheep and my sheep know me. Which one comes first?
I know
my sheep. I know you. Then you will know me. I know you first. I know you before you were in your mother's womb. said that as well. I know you before you were in your mother's womb. So it didn't come that the sheep knew me first, and then they came to me. No, 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 no. I picked my sheep. I picked my sheep. And I put a sign on them. Now I know. Hadiya budayin mani na erbi. So lewa erbi budayin. Ana budayin erbi kharten ani budayin. Yani mani lekam ta budayin. Ava. Khartak na budayin sheikh. So we fell in love with him after we saw him where? On the cross. We fell in love with him after we saw him on the cross. But he felt in love with us while we were in this world sinning. Who would fall in love with someone that you see them drunk on the street? How would you fall in love with someone that's swearing? Someone that's doing bad things? Someone like Saul killing all the Christians. How would you fall in love with them? How did he come to Saul and he turned him into Paul? How did he fall in love with him? While he was killing. It's always opposite of man's world. Man falls in love with you after you become a saint. See? But Jesus falls in love with you while you're walking with Satan. See, if you go to prison and you come out, the first thing when you apply for a job, they ask you if you were convicted. And if you were convicted, they won't hire you. But God always hires a convicted one. All the ones in the Bible are convicted. All the good people in the Bible are convicted. If it was according to the Christian, they would kill Saul. There would have been no Paul. But God said, no, guys, you don't understand. I see the end. That's why we have a great God.
Amen. Hallelujah.
See, our God is not a fearful God, he's a loving God. Don't be afraid of God. If you're afraid of God, it means you've done something terrible. See? The fear of God is different than being afraid of God. You have the fear of God, that's beautiful. But being afraid of God, that must not happen. That's not for you. All right. So he is a shepherd as well. Gina, welcome. You can read in English. It's okay. We're doing English class today. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead. Until we catch up with our class. Go ahead.
So,
I am.
15:5. I am the vine, you are the branches. You remain in me, and I in you. You will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing.
There you go. That is the magical word. Apart from me. Apart from me. Right? لا قد خزيت ودوسي. لا ليه بياخذ شربة كثير يا معلم. So what happened? So what we see here? What we see here? Apart from me is the magical word in here. Apart from me. Why? Because a vine, Iman Gipta, he's the vine. What are we? Branches. Branches. You always see branches. Hama shabkhazit in a plita min nemodi pawane. In a plita pawane, bisaka makha, bisaka makha, bisaka makha, right? But you know what? Some of them are dry. Some of them are dry. But trust me, they're still attached. They're still attached. But they're not given any fruits. You see? Why? Because they're not in Jesus Christ. They're not 100%. They don't have, the roots are not connected completely. One part of the root is in Jesus and the other part is in this world. That's why there's no fruits. That's why there's no grapes. So you go to a vine and you're going to see some branches are still there. You think they're connected. But what happened? They're dry. They're dry. Eventually they'll fall off, right? And what does the Father do to the good one? He says in this, he says the Father is the gardener. What does the gardener do? What does the gardener do? Modia. He trims them. Now what does he do? He cut the ends. Oh, that hurts, doesn't it? Or why? So they can give more fruits. So that is the test we get in life. We get tested in life by God. Right? Why? So we can give more fruit. So we can get attached even more to Him.
He chastens the ones He loves.
Exactly. He chastens the one. Those who He loves, He disciplines. Right? Those who He loves, He disciplines. So, مودي يعمل يتسخيني يعني مودي ليه أنا تمغبن ويطلمن هاي ليه طلم تدي قتاو خيلان قد يوغ بشرابة fruit, so we can give more fruits, right? So we can make more orange juice, okay, or grape juice, okay. I am the true vine and my Father is the gardener. Again, I am. We're gonna always see I am, and everything is I am. I am. He's the true vine, not just a vine, but the true vine. See, there is a vine, but there is a true vine. You know why? Why is he a true vine? Because some vines are mixed. People take and they mix. Great, now you're going to see them in different colors because they mix them. Right? Jesus said, I'm not mixed. I am a true vine. Yeah,
Okay.
Yes. So they take from this one and they attach to this one and they put it, and it's going to give you. That's why he says, I am a true vine. I am not a mixed vine. I am not a phony one. I didn't come by people making, no, I am a true vine. I'm the real one. Okay? Very good. So, John 9:9. You didn't read, huh? Let's do it. Kaya kita? Tama geri kjelljet, kvartamna tchine mer. Okay. بس ما بس ما جاء. Musana read in English for me?
Some claim that he was. Others said, no, he only looks like him. But he himself insisted, I am the man.
So, I am the man. See? Very simple. I am he. I am the man. The man that you say that he is, right? Because they're looking for Jesus Christ, right? They want to know who Jesus is. So, he said, I am the man. This is when he opened that blind man's eyes, I believe, in John 9. So, some people claim that he was the one. And then he said, some people didn't believe that it was him. But he said, I am. They were looking for the man that opened the blind man's eyes. Okay, there you go. I am. John 18:37.
You are a king then, said Pilate. Jesus answered, you say that I am a king. In fact, the reason I was born and came into the world is to testify to the truth. Everyone on the side of the truth listens to me.
Everyone on the side of the truth listens. Everyone on the sides of the truth listens to me. Right? Very good. So what did he say? Pilate said what? Modi mere Pilate. Merati with Malka. He said, you said that I am a king. So because Pilate said you are the king, right? And Jesus said, so you said I am a king. Jesus said, Pilate said, are you a king? And Jesus said, no, Adnan, right? And then what happened here? He said, He said, in fact, the reason I was born, pay attention to this, and I came into this world to testify to the what? To the truth. To the truth. So Jesus is trying to tell us that he came to tell us the truth. Is he going to tell us the truth or testify to the truth? So he's going to testify to the truth, right? But listen how sad that is. Everyone on the side of the truth listens to me. Only the people that are on the side of the truth. People that look for the truth. Because he's the way, he's the truth, right? Amen. So, people are not looking for the truth. Nowadays, a lot of people don't want to know the truth. Come on. Why they don't want to know the truth? Why people don't want to know the truth? Because what? What else? Truth hurt. There you go. Truth shall set you free. Free from what? From slavery. People want to still live in slavery. People love slavery. After the Jewish people were released and they left, they were free. But they said, we want to go back to slavery. Egypt means slavery. They wanted to go back where? Egypt. People love slavery. Right? Because there is something in me that I don't want to do, but I'm still doing. Right? There is something in me that I don't want to do, but I'm still doing. Itchamindi jawit leboin odinei avni unwada. Modile. Qita mare polshi. Itchamindi jawi et ana leboin odinei ina ana avni unwada. Ila qita. Na? So what do we say? You see, this is the problem. After we get to know the truth, we listen to the truth, that's why we don't sin anymore. Why? Because the Holy Spirit is what controls our sin. The Holy Spirit is what controls our desires. When you don't have the Holy Spirit, your desires cannot be controlled. I am doing what I don't want to do. But when I get to know the truth, when I get to know Jesus Christ, when I have the Holy Spirit, now I can control my desires. Right? So the people that know the truth eventually are the one that listens to Jesus Christ. How do they listen to Jesus Christ? Reading the Bible. Reading the Bible. Why do we read the Bible? If we don't read the Bible, we can't have a Bible study, can we? What we were just doing, reading the Bible. So we read the Bible so we can listen to Jesus Christ. What did he say? He said, look in the books, right? What did he say? We're going to search all the books. Right? But people don't want to know the truth, trust me. Because they love to live in slavery. It's easier sometimes for people to be slaves. As long as they can go with the flow. But to know the truth is to be set free. And to be set free, it means you are now walking with Jesus Christ. You are no longer a slave. In Revelation 1:17 through 18.
When I saw him, I fell at his feet, as though dead. Then he placed his right hand on me and said, do not be afraid. I am the first and the last. I am the living one. I was dead, and now look, I am alive forever and ever, and hold the keys for death and Hades.
There you go. So what did we say here? This is when Jesus came to who? To John. Where was it? Patmos. Patmos in Greece, right? What did he say? Listen to what Jesus said. Again, do not be Do not be.
Afraid.
When did John hear this? When Jesus was walking on the water. Do not be. He said to him just a while ago, we read it.